Hey everyone! So today I'm here to review the Kat Von D ink liners. They individually retail for $19 US, $23 in Canada, they contain 0.02 ounces of product, and they're available in 10 shades. They are said to be an ultra-rich and waterproof felt-tipped liquid pen eyeliner for up to 24 hours of instant drama and effortless bold definition. The packaging is your standard pen-style liner with a tapered felt applicator. The tubes are also color-coded depending on the shade. The tip comes to a very fine point, making it incredibly easy to apply, define, and draw precise lines. Winged liner and detail work are simple whether creating thin lines, thick lines, or anything in between. It really is like drawing on your face. Like with most liquid liners, you will want to shake before use to ensure that the product won't be sheer or diluted. The liquid formula dries roughly 15 to 30 seconds after application, and once the liner does set, it becomes smudge-proof, budge-proof, and doesn't bleed, run, or fade until you're ready to remove it. These liners are also waterproof and they stand up pretty well against humidity, which is great for those of you who struggle to find a liquid liner that works with your watery eyes. Something that I noticed that I thought was worth mentioning is that two of the shades, Dali and Nerdrum, had slightly different packaging than the rest. They are longer, thinner, have a different base, and skinnier caps. They didn't seem to have that little shaker bit in them that helps mix the product inside. They didn't rattle like the rest of them when I shook it. They also have a more flexible applicator and they have a thinner, more liquidy consistency to them. It was very odd, but judging by my local Sephora's stock as well as other online photos that I've seen, this is a consistent thing. I didn't receive faulty or unusual liners, this just seems to be how they are. Baudelaire is a blackened dark navy blue with cool undertones and a semi-matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, mostly even, and semi-opaque in a single swipe. It had nice pigmentation that was easy to build, but I did notice that it bled into the fine lines of my skin. I believe that this was caused by this specific shade almost having a thinner consistency to it than the rest. Baudelaire wore well for 18 hours without showing signs of wear. Bukowski is a dark olive green with warm undertones and a matte finish. It applied smoothly, evenly, and mostly opaque in a single pass. This shade had great pigmentation that didn't require much building, but I did notice that the color still did bleed ever so lightly into any fine lines of my skin. Bukowski wore well for 15 hours before lightly flaking in the edges. Dali is a medium to dark teal blue with cool undertones and a semi-matte finish. This shade had decent pigmentation, but it was only buildable to a mostly opaque coverage. It applied smoothly and only semi-sheer in some areas, which did cause it to look patchy at times. Dali lasted 16 hours before lightly fading. Nerdrum is a medium to dark ocean blue with cool undertones and a matte finish. It applied smoothly, evenly, and fully opaque in a single pass. This shade had incredible pigmentation that didn't bleed or feather into the fine lines after applying. It was without doubt the best performing shade out of the bunch. Nerdrum wore well for 16 hours before lightly fading. Neruda is a bright true white with neutral undertones and a mostly matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, mostly even, but could almost look streaky at times unless you layered the product over itself once it had dried. It had good pigmentation that was buildable, but never to a fully opaque coverage. Neruda lasted 16 hours before lightly fading. Trooper is a dark true black with neutral undertones and a semi-matte finish. It applied smoothly, evenly, and nearly fully opaque in a single pass. This shade had excellent buildable pigmentation, and although this shade did bleed during arm swatching, I didn't experience that issue when it was applied to my eyes. Trooper wore well for 19 hours without showing any signs of wear. Woolf is a medium to dark gray with cool undertones and a semi-matte finish. This shade applied smoothly, evenly, and mostly opaque in a single swipe. It had great pigmentation that was buildable, and again, although it did bleed into the fine lines of my skin during arm swatching, that issue didn't translate to my eyes. Woolf wore well for 18 hours without showing signs of wear. So overall, the Kat Von D ink liners are without doubt my favorite pen style liners on the market. They're incredibly pigmented, easy to use, and honestly, some of the shades, if not just Trooper by itself, really does have the ability to last up to 24 hours. It's a really big claim to hold, but these liners last an incredibly long time. The new shades are a great addition to the ink liner line, and I highly recommend checking these ones out, especially if you're new to liquid liners, because these really are like drawing on your face. So be sure to let me know in the comments below if you've tried these out before, if you're planning on picking some of the new shades up, or just in general, what your favorite pen style liner is. As always, don't forget to check out my blog for more details, photos, and swatches, as well as like, comment, and subscribe. to show your support. If you'd like to give me a follow, I will have all of my social media listed here as well as down in the description. As I always say, I hope you found this review helpful, and I hope that you're having a fantastic day, and thank you so much for watching.